Hey, what's good, veterans? Jimmy V here, mortgage originator specializing in VA loans. And today I want to talk about how much money does a veteran or active duty service member need to have in the bank in order to obtain a VA loan. Good to go? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to expect by way of how much money you need in the bank. So that way you can have a smooth and seamless mortgage experience. Before we get started, do me a favor. If you feel like I've earned it, please consider showing your love by clicking like on this video. Also, if you want to learn more about VA home loans, also consider subscribing to the channel. And lastly, comment with your questions down below, and I personally, yes, Jimmy V, will ensure that they get answered for you. Roger that. So let's go ahead and get this party started. Here's the deal. VA does not require a minimum amount of money that you, as the veteran, need to have in the bank to qualify for a loan. That might surprise you, but here's the reality of the situation. Keep in mind that whenever you, as the veteran or active duty service member, are purchasing a home, there is a set of fixed costs associated with the acquisition of that home. And so generally speaking, I tell my veterans and active duty military that could be anywhere from 2% to 3% of the purchase price. So let's do the math together here. On a $400,000 purchase, you could be looking at anywhere from $8,000 to $12,000 needed for closing. So at the very least, while there is no minimum amount that the veteran would need to have in the bank, they do have to have enough cash to close. Anywhere from $8,000 to $12,000 in this particular example that we're utilizing. Keep in mind that it can vary depending upon where you're purchasing based off of several different things, but for the sake of example, we'll go ahead and move forward with this. But remember, on some loan types, there might be requirements like, well, you've got to have 2 months or 3 months or even 6 months of mortgage reserves required in the bank in order to qualify for the loan. VA does not have that. Now, it's always important to keep yourself whole, meaning this, it's always a good idea to have a savings, right, of some sort. You want to set yourself up for success in the event that something breaks on your home. You're not maximizing credit card debt and things of that nature. So I always recommend that veterans have money set aside for a rainy day. However, what I'm getting at here is that it's not required. And if the seller is willing to contribute, right, seller concessions towards helping you get into the home, that is something that can be looked at, allowing you to keep more of your money in the bank. So what I want us as veterans to understand is simply this. There is no minimum amount of money that you must carry in the bank to get a VA loan. And I think that oftentimes veterans look at the amount of money that they have saved as a barrier to getting into a home. I'm here today to tell you that that's not a requirement, which could propel you into home ownership sooner rather than later. Good to go? My name is Jimmy Vercellino. If you have more questions, I want you to know I'm here to be a resource, and well, I'm not hard to find. Drop a comment down below with your question. If you want, consider subscribing to the channel. And lastly, Jimmy at VA Loans for Vets.com. Hey, thank you, and may God bless you for your service to our great country. We'll talk to you soon.